not Venezuela. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to our listeners. Good afternoon to all our friends on the Third Empire. Good afternoon to all of you commuting to or from work this afternoon. We want to say good afternoon to you and thank you for, allowing us the opportunity to come into your homes, the opportunity to, get in contact with you and discuss some matters of state. We want to thank you for allowing us to have that conversation and all these different things that we do on our afternoon, You didn't have to, you could be doing other things, but you decide to share it here with the Third Empire. So we want to say good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the owners and operators of this great radio station, Mr. Neil Iwer George and his family, and by extension his staff. Good afternoon to you. And good afternoon to Senior Matheson. Mr. Matheson, your name was calling yesterday, but you were absent.
I heard so. But good afternoon to all our callers and listeners. Well, of you who listen to us wherever you are, from evening to evening, those of you trying to dodge the police and licensing office on the highway right now, good afternoon to you too. And we do understand your position. It is nice to be here this evening. Yesterday, for matters of state, I wasn't able to be here. But today I'm here. I listened to your concerns, some of your concerns yesterday, the discussion. And I'm here today to participate in it. I know Ronaldo is, while I might be the geopolitics, the student of geopolitics, Ronaldo is the guru of international relations. So today we will continue on in the same vein. We started off the first 2 days, and then we will move on to some other more interesting and important topics. So, Ronaldo, what do we have today?
To be honest, and we're just dealing with some production matters here, so if you hear me stuttering, I'll get it right. But I could tell you, not my backyard. Not my backyard. What has been termed now as the Monroe Doctrine, which is the update to the Monroe Doctrine, as articulated by Mr. Donald Trump. So they're calling it the Monroe Doctrine now. It is clear, very clear, that the lines in the sand are drawn as far as the U.S. is concerned and what they call their backyard. Now, it's a long time we have not lived, well, at least for me, I have not lived this type of international politics and international relations. I did read about it in the university. We study it and you read it on paper. But guess what? It's back again. And it's back in living color on our television. It is back, it is back, it is back. And it is so vast, because if you look, I'm sure our listeners have been following the Greenland issue. And Mr. Trump was very clear about Greenland today. He says when the ice melts, according to him, I don't know how he observed this. He said when the ice melts, Greenland is filled with Chinese and Russian ships. Good? We don't want Greenland per se, but we can't afford Chinese and Russian ships where that part of the world is. So for security reasons, we think we should have a stake. No, I would leave that Greenland.
So he's going to attack Norway now?
No, he's not going to attack. He wants to occupy. He's not going to attack. He says that.
But Norway is against it. So how
you mean Denmark is against it?
Denmark.
But he will negotiate, you know. You know that man, right?
Right.
You know that man. He has to negotiate because as a member of NATO, you can't attack a member of NATO. But
Okay, but you know, I mean, I listened to all the. I've listened. I was here the first day, Monday, and I said what I had to say for a short while. And you know, I'm listening to the sentiments. I'm listening to the sentiments by your good self. I know you are a professional, and I know how you feel about certain things. You know my position on certain things also.
Yes.
I'm listening to the callers. I'm listening to persons. I'm looking at the Facebook posts, and I'm listening to how this attitude, because I see things quite differently. I see things more or less from a moral perspective most of the time. While it may not be the perspective the world look at things, but I see things from a moral perspective to a large extent. And in some cases, or in this case, I also look at things logically, how things, or what is happening. And I am kind of surprised at the fact that so many so-called moral thinking people, how they seem to glorify what the Trump administration is doing, right? And giving him, you know, that kind of without even thinking that what is happening is probably weakening America in so many ways that we can probably imagine or not imagine. And you know, I see when we talk about China and Russia and other world powers, that seems to be not saying much. I see this more as a trap than
Okay.
anything else,
okay.
because there are other things happening on the geopolitical landscape that what is happening in this part of the hemisphere with America, and the reason especially for doing it will magnify other things in other places for which America may not be able to deal with in the same way. And that in my opinion is significant, because at some point in time, people, you see, I don't think in modern wars are not fought with artillery and brute force anymore. It's more fought with communication and strategic thinking. And I think that's the war. That's where China will win this war against everything what America is doing. That is just my opinion. Who have eyes to see, who have ears to hear, let them hear and see, because I'm seeing something quite different, right, down the road. But you know, I agree with all those who say that we are foul, and we are cockroach and foul party, and we, because of where we are strategically and everything else, we have little or no real we when I say we, our government could do less to, you know, bring any kind of appreciation to the situation or appeasement to the situation. So to blame the government in particular for the action of Donald Trump, you're kind of wasting your time in doing that. You don't understand what's going on, right? But I'm not saying this to say that what Donald Trump was doing was the right thing or the moral thing or even the most sensible thing. This is just my opinion. Now, I agree with most of the Venezuelans who say that, and I would have said that on the last day I was here, that a lot of people around the world, Venezuelans in particular, rejoicing. Yeah, and that's good. I mean, they should see some. The man say he will make life better for them. He will make life better for the country and that kind of thing. But at what cost? At what cost to their own sovereignty? At what cost to their own sovereign wealth? And that kind of thing is what is left to be seen.
Well, let me say here that, like in any other plan, it's not perfect. And even in practical life, right? Not because your big brother stand up for you, your big brother is right. Your big brother who stand up for you in a fight could also do things wrong, right? But that doesn't make him any less your big brother. You understand? And I liken that to the position of UK, right? So today in the boarding of the Russian vessel, the UK supplied military support, if you know that. The RAF unit is the UK unit. And the UK Defense Secretary spoke openly about joint venture. However, they've also been very open about how they feel about the Greenland issue. So being an ally,
you see, once they affect them,
being an ally, right, is not always a straight road. But it also depends on the chips you have. France has been able to come out and condemn the US action in Venezuela. But make no mistake, we are not France.
But
so certain countries, Guyana, even in this whole thing, I was explaining that to a friend, has taken a different part in this whole issue. They're against narco trafficking, but they take a little more. But we are not Guyana. Even in terms of what is happening now with oil and gas and wealth, we are not in Guyana. So I'm saying in a family, in the family, everybody is in a different position. So the UK has come out and said that we disagree, or we are not too in favor, let me put it that way, with the whole Maduro extradition. We are wait to see what the indictment says, because that will be the justification. Good? However, the Greenland thing, we could never agree if somebody attacks a member of NATO. However, the ship, the so-called Russian ship, is a ship we have been monitoring for a very long while now.
What do you think? What you think from a geopolitical standpoint? What do you think that opens the door to?
Well, any action you take is open to reciprocity.
Thank you.
Well, but that's life, and that is how you just separate.
But Russia seized that whole fleet of American vehicle ships in the Black Sea some time ago.
Yeah.
Sometime last week, right?
So you will know man from mouse. And again, sometimes, as Trump said today, and that's what he said, we will have to see, because he says a lot of things. He said today that we tried very diplomatic means with Venezuela. So for all of those who have seen our last action as our first action, you're now watching the story. Some of us has watched the story from chapter 7 and chapter 15. So to say that the US bullied Venezuela, and I'm trying to paraphrase his rhetoric, right, is not totally correct. Because they have diplomatic strategies and discussions they've had. But Maduro took the hard stand, and I can't vex with him for that, maybe based on the backing. But if you listen to the ultimatum he gave today to Venezuela, to Delcy, you would understand that there are deeper issues at play. And Trinidad is not in the issues, right? So for all of those who and I will say it boldly because I've never really come out, for those of you criticizing the Prime Minister, you're lost.
Yeah.
Because she's not a party to the dispute.
No way.
in any way. As a matter of fact, if I were her, and I agree, I would look for opportunity. Because that's the only thing she can do.
Exactly.
Mr. Trump said, you will cease all relations with Russia.
And China.
And China. That is what this is about.
Right. So how, and we know that. I've
Right.
been saying that.
Yes, correct. You've been saying that, correct.
So what will happen to China? I think is 18 billion dollar investment in Russia, in Venezuela.
I don't know. You see, that is the question. That sounds easy for him to say, but in practical dollars and cents. But if you know the Chinese, The Chinese might take something of equal value, you know.
Well,
And this is a game that world powers are playing.
I was started off by saying this not going to end well. The Chinese they operate, they don't fight war like that.
No. We're looking for showdown. It's not showdown.
America looking for showdown. America looking for brute force. They think they have brute force.
It is not always in
what do you
those
think might
terms.
happen in Taiwan?
Yes, we know that America has a particular interest. But all that to say, you know, we have laid the foundation to say that this, you could only play cards with the hand you have. And the hand that has been dealt to our country, it didn't look so good. No, we didn't have to show our cards, one might argue, early in the game.
I say so.
You didn't have to come out and let everybody. You know, sometimes you're playing all fours.
Anyway.
You know, when you're playing all fours, you don't let people know you don't have Trump, eh?
Yeah.
Because once you let a man, you don't have Trump. If a man know you don't have Trump, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead. Only skilled people could play without Trump.
But I guess Kamala knew she had Trump.
Yeah,
she probably knew she had a 6 or a 10.
Yeah. She was just holding that S. And she waved it in people's face, which really was, you know, not really the wisest thing to do. However, things have changed. Saturday makes a different date. Saturday, as of Saturday gone, it's a different thing. And she has to move with caution because there will be direct economic fallout if you say the wrong thing. Direct. Before it was maybe choreographed.
Especially now that Trump is in the USA.
He drew the line. Yeah. He drew the line in the sand. You can't sit on the fence no more. He take down the fence. You have to choose. And we in this part of the world are not always comfortable with that. Because we vote one party and one day they do something wrong, we want the next one. we want to take back, we vote. Good? We are not always comfortable as a people with choice, and choices have consequences. And these consequences are not always palatable. Right. They don't always come with honey.
So American foreign policy has generally been the same throughout. It doesn't matter who president come, you know, that kind of thing. Some is a little more mundane than others.
Correct.
But Trump has what, about 3 years and about
No, there's an election year.
No. For Trump?
Yeah.
No. Not primaries. This is
okay.
Midterm.
Midterm, yeah.
But Trump has about 3 years.
Yes.
About 3 years.
Yes.
Again, right?
Yes.
But after that, we don't know who might be the president.
Correct.
We don't know what their position might be in relation to this.
Yes, you're correct.
We've seen some juxtaposition in the Congress and position by the Democrats and, you know, that kind of thing. So we don't know how this is going to play out in the long term, right? And this is why Xi and Putin is always say, listen, we will always be here while you go on long after you're gone. So we will see how this work in generally American politics
in post-Trump era.
Yeah, in post and
you most times you can't undo what you did because the next president has to take all these. He has to be saddled with all the things that
unless he could do certain thing by executive order.
Executive order.
Right?
And this is the first time we've seen a president who has been willing to you know, just do what he has to do and let Congress do the rest.
But it's interesting. The world is aligning in ways that you may not understand. And to a large extent, on the ground, all the analysts are saying is that what Trump is doing is just speeding up the demise of the American US dollar.
Well,
and its control over the years. Because, you see, at the end of the day, this is all about confidence. You know? Who will hold, or who will purchase, or who will hold your dollar, your investments, your stocks, your shares, and that kind of thing. And if I am not willing to do that for fear that I have in it, you could take it at any time, then even if all the countries say, listen, we wouldn't put all the eggs in one basket, it weakens the American dollar. And that is the challenge in
Well,
America, because Trump is a lot more overt
yes.
than former U.S. policies. Trump is U.S. policies 3.0 probably,
Yeah.
because he's not. I mean, you can see he's telling you exactly what you're going to know and why he's doing it,
And he doesn't.
and he does it.
Dr. Wakanda, our texter, says Trinidad and Tobago lacks the leverage to oppose the United States policy, as the U.S. maintains significant economic influence in our region. Given our reliance on American imports and trade agreements, our diplomatic flexibility is limited. Unless the TNT achieves total self-sufficiency or global status, we must remain pragmatic and align ourselves with U.S. interests to protect our national economy. That is Dr.
It's not even limited. It's non-existent. We don't have no leverage.
Hey, we seen the Prezi. Prezi, we asked for you yesterday. We'll take the call just now, Prezi. I'm seeing you. We'll take the call, President. We asked for the President.
So it's not even non-existent. It's not even limited. It's non-existent.
It's not existent.
We have no leverage.
And that's,
zero leverage.
And that's the reality of what we are facing. And we want to remind your callers that you can text the 3420081 or 4665391. You can text your comments, and from time to time we will read them.
Yeah.
Okay? Once we see the comments coming after 4, which is the Third Empire segment, you can text 3420081 on WhatsApp. Sorry. Well, that's what I mean by text. You can WhatsApp 3420081 and 4665391 and leave your comments. If you're not getting through with your calls, we will read the comments from time to time. Just text the numbers and we will have that discussion. But decisions have consequences, and this is a dance, and it's not a straight road. It's not a straight road. Even with Miss Delcy Rodriguez, she has a very tight corner to navigate to please the nationalists.
Something confusing about that. I wonder, I'm asking myself if she was a part of the plot, or if she has to now play, because she playing a kind of double role in a kind of way.
She has to. She has to please the nationalists.
She has to please
and the little remnants of the regime.
She had to please the Chavistas.
Yes.
And she also has
But she just has to pick up that red phone too. You see the red phone is having the movie where somebody tell you answer the phone? She has to answer that red phone. If she doesn't answer that red phone, remember the US didn't withdraw the troops, eh? And Mr. Trump said that. He said, we're not leaving anytime soon. You know. We understand that there must be total regime change, but the lady says she will do what she has to do. They're not stupid. And remember as well, the CIA was there a long time before. The CIA always precipitates and infiltrates.
So the big stick policy.
Yes.
Back in play.
Back, the big stick come back out. You take back all this. You know sometimes the teachers take back all this stick, right? The cane.
The big stick policy.
The big stick.
The Monroe Doctrine.
Of course.
The big stick policy.
Big stick. So she has a very tight corner to navigate. Good? Because it have boss and bigger boss. You have to deal with your nationalists and all the people who find that, and the crowd is split, eh? They're the pro-Maduro supporters, die hard.
Chavistas and...
There are those who say he was bad, but you all have infiltrated our sovereignty.
Well, the world is saying that. That's what the world is saying, more or less.
Because I listen all over the world and everybody agree that he was bad.
Yeah, well, from what
the comments
say,
no, not just America. I've heard the UK, I've heard other countries talk about him being illegitimate, because a lot of countries cite the 2024 election results.
Yeah, but the same thing they did with Russia, the same thing with Trump. When Biden win, Trump say Biden to see the elections.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't want to get into that, because if I get into that, I mean,
we'll go down a road.
I'll go down a different.
But we want to ask the callers. Now, and I did ask them the other day what they would have done, but we just want to take your comments on this particular situation for now. Mr. President, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, gentlemen. I think it's Stephen there and
Yes.
it's
And
Rolando there too.
Nice to hear from you, Mr. President. We got a report that you were in Venezuela on the ground.
Yeah, you were indisposed.
You were indisposed.
You couldn't get there at all.
I figure it's nearly that I'm talking about. I can't talk Spanish.
We heard you didn't go to talk.
You're probably a chica out.
We heard you didn't go there to talk, Mr. President.
Well, while I was talking, anyway, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon, God. And, well, God just opened up the doors me to realize something because the United States of America, proper name for the situation, with all the Monroe Doctrine they have and all the world police they want to hold on, my mind just bring a thought here. We talking English language. And as you hit me with the Spanish action there, most of Caribbean, where we are here, we is under English. Now, there could be a problem with the eastern part of the world because the eastern part of the world, many of them, not talking the total amount of English that the western part of the world speaking. Now, there could be the big problem in the change of currency from the United States currency to the yen or to the or whatever the East have. Because in many respects, it had to change language also as to change currency for English people in the Caribbean and in the West here to really, we would tolerate or to live with. So if that is a good conversation I just bring up here, we have a lot to think about if we're looking to talk about changing that situation with Venezuela is concerned. With their currency is not really basically the BRICS or the US currency is a Bolivar or some sort of a canal so, which the money will small. And to somehow or the other, all of them may be linking with China and Russia. You will find with that Bolivar canal going on in that Latin area down there. You can find that the US currency could really overrule. I don't know what's the psychology of the currency changes in the world according to your conversation just now. So bring up that and I put it out. Because we have to think a lot to see how far America will go with this. Because you cannot say we're listening to like this bully attitude business. Where we supposed to have a free zone of peace here, it changed totally. Because we're banging up place down here as if we somewhere in Russia, Ukraine. So this thing ain't looking good for we. I am a big politician. Now they understand how others deal with the logic of my common sense. Watching the world, I might be the biggest prime minister with my mouth, but not real prime minister, but my mouth with my common sense. It's very serious that we're not going nowhere morally in no kind of way if we intend to just invade a person. Invade a personnel, invade one another still in 2026. We are not going nowhere good soon. I believe that in my brothers. I believe that in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to open their mind to say what I'm saying. And the human being has to wake up and avoid that dotishness that only could bring rot to us in this existence. Thank you, all your people.
Thank you, President. You could only play with the cards he had been dealt. And Trinidad and Tobago has to be very careful. Let's take this call. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Madison and Company. Just rejoined you, came back in the vehicle. And I want to say a couple of things. I've heard persons, well, from your panel, echoing sentiments about America policy and America policy. I want to tell you something. You should isolate America policy from Donald Trump policy. Jimmy Carter was a man deep in his faith in God. Jimmy Carter would have never conducted himself in a manner like this. I can tell you, Bill Clinton would have never done this either. Needless to say, Obama, right? Or even Joe Biden. I have a belief that even the George Bush Jr. would not have done something like this. Because this has taken us back to a place that we thought we had come out from when we formed the United Nations. So this thing about America policy, I would not confuse that with Donald Trump's policy. This policy that he has embarked on is going to get America into a lot of serious trouble with the rest of the world. You have France condemning, you have England walking on eggshells, wondering what is going on. Are we regressing? Are we regressing as humanity? Because it was long ago when you sail your ship and you say, well, okay, chief, those big cannons you see there, they will blast you to kingdom come. We want so and so. That used to happen then. Long, long ago, Captain Blackbeard sailed the sea, but he's no longer, but maybe he has returned. So, Donald Trump has embarked on something, which I said yesterday, I repeat now, to make Venezuela a slave state. Where does that happen? Where is it that you can tell another country what to do? The country is supposed to be sovereign. At the end of the day, I said before that if Donald Trump so wanted Venezuela oil, why didn't he just buy it? America have no problem with money, you know. Anytime America wants money, they just go to the printing presses and print it, you know. It's the only nation in the world that can do that, you know. Nobody else could do that, you know. They just print the money. That's all they do. So,
but they have the oil to back it up.
Well, you think so? Let me tell you something. When Donald Trump came into office, he said that he and Elon Musk was going to Fort Knox to check out the gold to make sure it was there. Some people tell them, hey, don't try that, you know. If you go there to say the gold not there, we in trouble, the dollar going to plummet and all of that, leave that alone. America just prints money when they want money and so they have the gold in Fort Knox to back it up, right? So the point I want to make to you is this. If Donald Trump so wanted this oil, why didn't he just buy it? He could have bought it. They would have sold it to him. They might have even given him a cut rate price. But why is it that he had to become the big bad bully? So, at the end of the day, what we see here is that they are making humanity regress, not progress. And that must not happen. I believe that very soon you're going to hear a series of lawsuits in America in relation to people who have been killed. Look at that. I think the latest count coming out of Venezuela is a total of 102 or something like that. I think there were 74 civilians and military personnel, and then there were 32 Cubans or something like that. Right? These people just sail into there with their airships and they just kill people. That's all. Like if people don't matter. And these are the things that we must stop. So I would conclude by saying I do not confuse America policy with Trump's policy. Okay, gentlemen?
Okay.
Have a nice evening.
Thanks. And we're going to a break, so we hardly have time, but I think I'll take up that issue after the break because we're not spending too long on this today.
Yeah.
We want to move in and discuss
a couple other things.
Some other things that are our business in terms of our neck of the woods. So keep locked. Join us after the break on the Third Empire.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Nature's Touch Massage Therapy and Nutrition and Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan invites you to join us live on the Street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp the numbers 398-8282 or our office numbers 241-7568 and 310-8671. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our responsibility.
Building dreams, delivering excellence. That's McClatchy Construction Company Limited. Since 2008, McClatchy Construction has grown into one of Trinidad and Tobago's most trusted names in construction. From residential homes to large-scale commercial and industrial projects, we bring integrity, innovation, and professionalism to every endeavor. Our services include general contracting, design and build, construction management, restorations, renovations, structural steelworks, infrastructure development, home construction, and equipment rental. Whatever your vision, we have the expertise to bring it to life. With over 17 years of proven experience and a portfolio of landmark projects, more than 70% of our work comes from repeat clients, a true testament to our quality and reliability. For trusted construction solutions, contact McClatchy Construction Company Limited at 221-5405 or 222-5897 or via email. admin@mcclatchyconstruction.com. McClatchy Construction Company Limited, building strong foundations for a better tomorrow.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Palori, fry, bake, roti, and doubles too, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
Rhythms of Truth, a Kaiso story. The grand opening of the world's #1 Calypso tent, Kaiso Showcase 2026. Friday, 23rd January, 8 p.m., Naparimabo, San Fernando. Be prepared for a night of Calypso in all its forms. Social, political commentary, humor, pan, chutney, and suggestive sounds. Featuring performances by Queen Victoria, Lady Adana, Pharaoh, Mr. Shaq, Daddy Chinese, Eunice Peters, Calissa Charles Mapp, Alicia Richards, El Drago, Mr. Mac, Nicholas Lucas, Rivaldo London, Lady Tornish, Carice Pascal, Dijuba, Roxy Singh, Queen Voice, Brother Ramkey, Cassie, Miss Ross, Empress, Medic, Greg, Mr. Lee, Fire Rain. Guest performances by Dev, Durango, Prio, and Raw Tour. Your MC, Damian Melville. Music by Razor Shop, Chorus, Kaiso Flames. Tickets, advance $200. At the door, $250. Available at Roast and Toast, Superior Street, San Fernando. Athletes by the Park, Tuco South Central Office, Mezzanine Floor, Skinner Park, San Fernando. And from executive members. For more information, call 653-5732. Don't miss Rhythms of Truth, a Kaiso story. See you there.
What are you doing?
Crunchnival at KFC is so special to all our we. Like we need blood in we vein, we need KFC again and again. Time to crunch, time to crunch, time to crunch down now. Start to crunch with your crew, look the touchdown now.
What are you doing?
KFC, time to wave and just bite down now because it's Crunchnival.
What are you doing?
Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC, Carnival, when you bite it. Flavor, take off, like rocket. It's a Crunchnival, with the baddest, booklet it. Bada ding, bada boom. Make best, make room. The steam finger licking, it's a Crunchnival. At KFC, chicken, joy, carnival, and every crunch with KFC. When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunchnival at KFC.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, foodies, families, and carnival lovers, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion this carnival season. Flavor Village officially opens this Thursday night, January 8th at 6 p.m., right at the iconic Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain. The opening night kicks off with a full carnival welcome like no other. Experience traditional carnival characters up close, including towering Moco Jumbies, fancy Indians, fancy sailors, Dame Lorraine, and minstrels. Pure Trini culture in motion. Then, hit the main stage for sizzling live performances by your favorite artists. Poser, Squeezy Rankin, Aaron Duncan, Boom 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 Room, J. Dell, Ding Dong, Freetown Collective, Iwer George, KMC, and Swappy. This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village bursting with food, culture, and celebration. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
Play away, break away, play away. 1, 2, 3, go. It's a bigger prize and the money nice in the play away, break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away, break away.
It's bacchanal in the play away, break away. Win up to 30 to 1 on the base, 130 to 1 with the Juve ball, 135 to 1 with the steel pan ball, and 150 to 1 with the soccer ball. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to break away with bigger play away prizes this carnival.
It's a bigger prize and the money nice in the play away, break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away, break away.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, wit, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaisorama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion, pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets, preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaisorama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
Share the launch. Share the launch.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, foodies, families, and carnival lovers from near and far, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion this carnival season. Flavor Village officially opens this Thursday night, the 8th of January at 6 p.m., right at the iconic Queen's Park, Savannah, Port of Spain. The opening night kicks off with a full carnival welcome like no other. Experience traditional carnival characters up close, including towering Moko Jumbies, fancy Indians, fancy sailors, Dame Lorraine, minstrels, pure Trini culture in motion. Then, hit the main stage for sizzling live performances by your favorite artists, Poser, Squeezy Rankin, Aaron Duncan, Boom Boom Room, Jadel and Ding Dong, Freetown Collective, Iwer George KMC, and Swappy. This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village bursting with food, culture, and celebration. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago, local street food favorites, gourmet dishes from top chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly fun all in one place. Flavor Village opens January the 8th at Queen's Park, Savannah. Perfect for your families, foodies, visitors, and you. Come from near and far, because you're going to love this. Don't miss out. Bring your appetite and your vibes. See you at Flavor Village. So you know, ladies and gentlemen, all our listeners, where to get your food later at Flavor Village at the Queen's Park, Savannah. So we're back from our initial discussion. We're back, and we will go to a break soon. We have some ads, you know, this is the season, and we will pay our bills. But, you know, to the person who last called, who wanted to say that this was more Trump than the U.S. policy. Okay, I see value in that argument. I don't know how much you slice it in reality, you know, how thin you want to cut that cake, but okay. To our texter, Dr. Wakanda, I see you asked about the politicians named in the indictment. They have not been disclosed for obvious reasons, at least as yet. But yes, we were told that there are some Caribbean politicians named in the indictment of Maduro. I guess we will hear more as more goes along. But these are interesting circumstances. But we're under a minute, we're under a couple seconds, and we will leave to pay some bills and come right back at you. And that will be our pattern for this entire season. We will discuss, but we will also pay some bills as we go along. Sponsored by NLCB. Just make sure and remember that. NLCB, our sponsor. Soca Pick of the Day is up next, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned and we'll be back after the Soca Pick of the Day. Sponsored by NLCB. The Third Empire.
Clear the way and turn the volume up to the max. It's time for the Soca Pick of the Day, sponsored by NLCB. today. Keep it locked right here for more of the biggest hits and the sweetest vibes, sponsored by NLCB.
Breakaway. Play away. 1, 2, breakaway. It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away breakaway. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away breakaway. It's bacchanal in the play away breakaway. Win up to 30 to 1 on the base, 130 to 1 with the Juve ball, 135 to 1 with the steel pan ball, and 150 to 1 with the soccer ball. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to break away with bigger play away prizes this carnival. It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away breakaway. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away breakaway. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Carnival vibes are in full effect with the Playway Breakaway promotion. Wager on the least one mega mix option for a chance to win up to $130 to 1 and no additional cost. Breakaway with Playway today. You must be 18 years and older to play. Please play responsibly. So, we have spoken a lot about this particular situation. I want to get from you though, however, how do you think Trinidad and Tobago can benefit from this particular geopolitical issue? Or, in your view, we can't? So I want you to call me on 342-0081 or 4666-5391 and tell me, how could Trinidad and Tobago capitalize in this situation? Or maybe in your view, we can't. Call me and tell me on 342-0081, 466-5391, how can we capitalize from this particular impasse, all that has been going on? How can we benefit? How can we seek our own benefit? Or maybe in your view, nothing good could come out of this. So tell me, do you see that we can benefit, or you believe nothing good can come out of this for Trinidad and Tobago? Call me on 342-0081, 466-5391 and tell me, call in on the Third Empire and chat with me. Tell me if, in your view, in some limited way, you don't have to know all these specifics, you see Trinidad and Tobago could leverage, or maybe not leverage, maybe find some type of benefit from this situation, or in your view, all is loss, doom and gloom, as some people have been saying. Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Oh yes, I think nice and quick there, because I mean people are ready to answer that yet, maybe. Are you ready to answer long before the question? Yeah, because a situation like this, we have to rally, we have to wait. I can't see me going and rush to say what's going to happen, because the thing gonna stand still here. We still have to know what they're doing with Maduro. We had to make sure this lady, what's her name is again?
Delcy Rodriguez.
Yeah, Ms. Rodriguez, how powerful she stand up in Venezuela as the acting president. So it's difficult to put that, to bring an answer to that. Not that you can't put it, but it's difficult to bring an answer to it, because the position we are in right now, even we own Prime Minister right now, it will give me a chance against a whole week to hear if I go hear him out. Because this ain't puts in a good light for me. It ain't puts in a good light to Venezuela and people around the Caribbean, because we done make she out in a position already. What she could benefit, she, right now, Maduro now tell some people we're going to do this and we will do that and we will pay for this and we will this, that. They didn't do that all the time. All of a sudden, where you is there, woman, or Miss Prime Minister? What position you find yourself in there now? So then, that question you ask then, I will tell you that in some time when I call you again, according to the situation I see. But right now, I can't give you that verdict. We really more or less mind the business right now and see where we can develop itself in the situation here now. We have a bomb dropping so far and look so, but that foreign policy business where we are linked with them. How, I don't know how Ms. Rodriguez, if she go share gas with me, or if we go get at all, because America looking to take all where they could take, they're looking to, and they didn't want to pay for all the time. Now they want to pay because, so they sure it was, you hearing anybody talking about drugs of it? Nobody talking about drugs. So, everything drugs they're talking, were they holding that man up there for his drugs still, or they just wanted to get the people oil and gas? My boy, we go wait and see what happening, my brother. We go wait. Thanks.
Thank you, Prezi. The number to call is 466-5391 3420081. Call me and tell me. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to you and everyone in Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of the universe.
Yes.
Let me answer a question. You have a son or a family that gangster will stick up man, they get, you will benefit a lot of money from that. You will take it?
You talking about illegal
you will
activity?
benefit from a thief. Straight up.
No, not.
And what I see there, and a lot of people see it, is illegal activity. But nobody has proven, it ain't showing no evidence of nothing. You understand? I see no evidence of drug cartel. And I stopped playing with drugs.
Yeah, but sir, to be fair, listen, you can't see the evidence before the court trial. What evidence you want to see?
What court trial?
Is in the court.
If I go to look up, if I go to look up people for drugs and shooting and killing people for drugs, where is the evidence?
You want to see the evidence before the end of the trial and the indictment? You want them to show the evidence and then go in?
Let me explain this.
Go ahead.
Let me explain this.
You go ahead.
Let me ask this question. A party want to come in. So somebody who planted the drug, people doing the get in position today, any and everything. Lying, cheating, planting. Hello, you know how many? Let me tell you the amount of people the charge for regime, Saddam Hussein, they don't find a bullshit gone by Saddam Hussein. But what? Not even a simple gathering done. Yeah? Where the evidence? None. And it's on and on and on and on this going on. This is a repetition. Constantly.
Caller, I want to just make a little distinction here. We're just discussing it, right? Remember, yes. Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden were executed. They were not carted away to any court. This man is alive and maybe unfairly taken. I could agree with you on that. But to say that we would have seen the evidence prior, I don't know if that has ever happened, and I don't know if that has happened.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
If there were that case, I always say there will no justice in America until coaches and sitting bull children is in the right hole. Because right now, the man who's supposed to be on trial is the fellow who called that. Is the fellow who sent them to that.
Right.
I find out that. The whole of that with Washington to be abandoned. End of case. Let's sit in bull children with coaches trying them to go out. They run in the country and put some people on a reservation. So listen, this nonsense that to stop. In my opinion, that had to finish with. Later.
Understood. Thank you, caller. This is the Third Empire, and all opinions are valid. All opinions. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to the panel and good afternoon to the listeners. I want to pick up right where Prezi left off because very little of the conversation is about drugs. It's about oil right now, with Rubio talking about they're looking to collect about 50 million barrels of the people and them oil and do what is best for America. Hey, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. If I had my way, I'd strip off from every single one of them, and let them function without it, because I don't know what it is. What is the problem when you give human beings power? That it just, I don't know now, boy. I really don't know. But your question is how could we capitalize?
If we could, because maybe some people believe that we can't. I am leaving it up to the callers to say. The last caller say we can't capitalize. If somebody thief money, you can't capitalize from a bad thing. So he sees it as a bad thing.
As a citizen, right? Based on what I am hearing the narrative moving towards, with Rubio and them saying how they intend to basically run Venezuela and not let the monies from the oil stay in one circle, but it must benefit the Venezuelan people. As a citizen, I find we should call them to take Ms. Prasad Bisesa also, right? So that maybe some of the things of the state here could trickle down to the rest of people, because when I really look at it, it has so much things similar with other leaders that not getting the attention of Donald Trump. Because as the last caller asked, where is the evidence? Okay, if it have no evidence, where is the information? Just old talk? It's just old talk, not a shred of evidence or some kind of believable information to say that Maduro is actually involved in what they are stating. It's just talk from people mouth, talk from people mouth, talk from people mouth right through. But as Prezi say, it's just a wait and see, because you could just wait and see. I see like America take some more oil tankers or some kind of thing from them today. So we wait to see.
Okay.
Yeah, Russia some vessels to escort it or some kind of thing. So we wait to see how it goes.
No problem. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, the Third Empire.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, man. Boy, so much to say, eh? I don't think he had the time to listen, because so much going on to the Empire, so much going on. First to begin, you have the government, you have Donald Trump coming into our country and arrest a man based on talk, based on allegation. There is no proof, there is no evidence, there is no witness, there is no paperwork. Just saying the man is the head of this, and you go in and you take the man. That sets a bad precedent. So any country, any leader of a country could accuse another president of being a trafficker, as the case may be, and just running and taking. This is a bad example that America is setting for other nations. So, okay, so you come in and you take Mr. Maduro with no any evidence, as the case may be. On top of that, to add salt to the wound, you're taking the man oil on top of that too. Other nations of the world, Third Empire, they are saying that that was a kidnapping. It was unlawful what America did. It was illegal. That is what the world is saying. And other leaders, other countries of the world are saying, they even go so far to say that Mr. Maduro is not even supposed to be tried in America. It will be unfair. It will be an unfair case. So to add to that, Mr. Third Empire, based on what I'm seeing and listening to your callers, I am so baffled with what Mr. Trump is doing right now. Once he wants something, he finds a way to get it. The same way when America don't hold it, because they have the history of for example, I believe it was Iraq, with Saddam Hussein, when they say he had the weapons of mass destruction. But he had oil. And it appears to me this is what America has proven of what they want. Once they have value we are getting in there to take it. So at the end of the day, there was no weapons of mass destruction found. And then the cracker deal with Iraq, telling them oil for food. You give us the oil, we go give you food. So at the end of the day, it's a high-class robbery. Mr. Third Empire, what we are seeing right now on the sea is piracy. Piracy that is taking place with America. And the whole world is watching and commenting and saying they are wrong in what they are doing. Just sitting back and looking and see the outcome of this. Thank you, Mr. Third Empire.
No problem. So,
I remember when Trump came into power, he said we have the biggest, baddest military. Nobody could do us anything. Nobody could touch us. And I wonder if he got really overzealous and felt overwhelmed by the fact that they're so powerful. He wanted to test that power away.
Well, let me put certain things clear. And I'm saying this very dispassionately because I like to talk facts. For the people who want evidence before a trial, that's not how justice works, even in our locals. Good? You just ask what the police arrest him for. The boy ain't do nothing. We will see. If you read the indictment papers, it's either all of it is rubbish, because it's very extensive. There's paperwork on this. America doesn't do things people you watching TV. Like TV will tell you. See, when you watch TV, you believe it happened just so. There's a whole document on that.
But what crime he committed
We will
against
see
America?
plenty. You would see it's in the indictment papers. That's for him to be indicted. There has to be. No, we will find out if it's valid or not. Second issue, it just came across the BBC News. The ship was not Russian. It was Iranian. It was an Iranian ship that when intercepted, reflagged. Good? It was flagged as Guyana first, and then it was reflagged. It was actually what they just called, I was watching the presentation by the British Defense Secretary. He said that they've been flagging the ship since 2024, following it, because they're Iranian running ships that are called stateless. If a ship is stateless, it falls under the jurisdiction of the interdicting state.
Right.
Good? So,
but the overarching crime is they were moving sanctioned oil, right?
Correct.
Right. So who says what? So if Russia get up tomorrow and say, listen, any oil you moving from America is sanctioned because America doing bad things.
Well, if Russia wants to on her own sanction on oil, just like the Americans, well, we'll see how that plays out.
Well, this is what I'm saying. That's my concern. You
no,
see,
I understand.
The examples that are being set are there for anybody with power to use it.
But to be fair, in her own wisdom, Russia is not doing that.
Well, we know that.
Russia is not even inventing things. I mean, it was cheeky to, because of the agreement and the relationship Russia has with Iran, you send a little submarine. If you get you, you get you. But Russia didn't intervene. You know, if that was a Russian ship, it would have been totally different. Okay? And callers are just not taking the calls because we're going to a break shortly. But when we come back, we will take the call. We're going to a break in about 2 minutes or so, or less. But you can still call. We will try, but just be aware that we're going to a break.
Russia and China playing the cards very, very close to the chest.
I think everybody there is playing a game.
Yeah.
I think everybody's playing a game because we haven't discussed Ukraine, huh?
Yeah, well, Ukraine is a proxy. So,
right.
I mean, Ukraine is like a cockroach and fall party right now.
Let me take this call. Good afternoon, caller.
Hi, guys. Happy to get in real quick. I know you said we're going to break just now. I heard your question earlier, Mr. Relax. You know, what can we do? And I mean, not to be repetitive. And I think, I mean, you all with the use the phrase about, you know, we might be a cockroach and fall party as a metaphor. My humble opinion is I think we really just need to focus on our local affairs. I mean, I know I said that yesterday, but I really firmly believe that because one thing too, no matter how small your country is, once your affairs in order, primary number one, you're able to satisfy the wants and needs of your citizens. I think that's absolutely important. And then from there, any type of country to country relation, then you could progress. But at least you're able to take care of your local affairs. Thanks for the time, and I'll continue to listen.
Okay, Cora, thank you. Okay, we're 2 minutes in. I don't know if anybody wants to call. If your call can be under 2 minutes. Or you could just wait till we come back from the break. We'll take the call. So I've seen Dr. West and Mr. West and some other people calling.
They say you mentioned Ukraine.
Yeah.
Ukraine right now is feeling the brunt of Russian power. You can take the call.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good evening. I will call back. What
Yes.
is the question?
Yes, go
What is the
ahead.
question? What is the question you were asking this evening?
I asked if out of this whole situation with the oil and Venezuela, if can we capitalize on it going forward, or is it something where nothing good can come out of?
You mean
Depending
Trinidad
on
and Tobago?
Yes.
I'll go and say after you.
No problem. No problem, caller. Thank you. We under a minute. Good afternoon, caller.
Hello, good afternoon, hello.
Good afternoon, caller.
And Marcuson, we actually will capitalize with the bacchanal with the United States of America with the oil thing.
Yes.
KFC.
We gotta wait and see, you know.
Right.
Because Donald Trump come on the platform and say he come to make America great again.
Right.
Because you know how Americans operate. They must support the people first.
Right.
If we look at getting little scrums,
Right.
we come with self blessing.
Correct.
So I don't look for watching and see how the geopolitics going.
Yes.
See the one that can see that and all. Bless.
Thank you.
And he can see.
Yes, so we when we say we cockroaching for our party, that was a different context. But definitely we talk about the economics of what is going to happen.
If
and
at
what's
least you'll
going to
get some crumbs.
Yeah.
You know, what could be, and crumbs for us might be making everybody rich in Trinidad and Tobago.
So join us after the break.
Road March energy? Check. Royal Castle flavor? Double check. Let's dive into the Royal Castle Road March song of the day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we head into the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Who better, girl? Who better than you? 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 Who better?
What are you doing? Girl, you're looking good by your tuba. Tell me,
who better?
Need a sign on you saying tuba. Tell me,
who better?
Our wine on it, cause you're tuba. Tell me,
who better?
Take your time on it, cause you're tuba.
You're too bad. When you whine like that, you're too bad. Cock it up like that, you're too bad. When you climb on top, you're too bad. Lift it up then drop, you're too bad. Push your back and whine, you're too bad. Make me feel alright, you're too bad. Lift your two leg up, you're too bad. Right there by the truck. Girl, I want to whine on you, and yes, you want the wine. You tell me you want the steam, oh God, too bad, you gotta take your time. Girl, just bend down, let me slip it in.
Turn round and then look at me.
You're hot like a cup of tea. Why make you my property?
And you're looking good by your tuba. Tell me,
who bad?
Need a sign on you saying tuba. Tell me,
who bad?
Our wine on it, cause you're tuba. Tell me,
who bad?
Take your time on it, cause you're tuba.
You're too bad. When you whine like that, you're too bad. Cock it up like that, you're too bad. When you climb on top, you're too bad. Lift it up then drop, you're too bad. Push your back and whine, you're too bad. Make me feel alright, you're too bad. Lift your two leg up, you're too bad. Right there by the truck.
Cock it back and stick your tongue out your head. Love the freaky wine where you have. Girl, I need it like supplement. You're so confident when you throw it back. Come,
Girl,
baby.
just bend down, let me slip it in.
Turn round and then look at me, yeah.
You're hot like a cup of tea. Why make you my property?
Yeah, you're looking good by your tuba. Tell me,
who bad?
Need a sign on you saying tuba. Tell me,
who bad?
Our wine on it, cause you're tuba. Tell me,
who bad?
Take your time on it, cause you're tuba.
You're too bad. When you whine like that, you're too bad. Cock it up like that, you're too bad. When you climb on top, you're too bad. Lift it up then drop, you're too bad. Push
body drop. Who better? Who better than you? 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 Who better? What are you doing? Who better? 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 You're too bad. 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 You're too bad.
That was the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
So we're back. We're back on this latter part of this hour, after which we will shift gears and speak about something else. But as we were saying just before we left off, yesterday we learned that France and the UK and Ukraine signed a deal so that in the event that there is peace, France and the UK has pledged troops to Ukraine, which obviously Zelensky was happy about. He was doing the dance. Now, the problem with that is that is an issue for Russia. So we don't even have a peace deal yet, but Russia doesn't want any troops on the line. But let's take a call. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Rolex and Mr. Matheson. I've been hearing since yesterday, and this is just my view, you know. It is said in the United States that a grand jury could indict a ham sandwich, which means that the threshold for to indict a person is very low. And I hear people talk about evidence and evidence. I'm not supporting Trump and this whole question of violation or, you know, people's sovereignty and all that. But you have to treat with the facts, with the thing in an objective way. Look at the things and let the chips fall where it may. And I am saying that based on my understanding, the matter, he was presented, Bas Maduro was put before the court somewhere in Manhattan or wherever it is, and he was arraigned and he was asked, the charge was read out to him, and he pleaded, asked how he's going to plead, he pleaded guilty, not guilty, and therefore the matter was adjourned. And it is up to you cannot go to a court and expect to be successful if you don't have the evidence. That is what wins success in a case or your defeat in any matter with the prosecution. You must have evidence, and you must have the law. You must also be on your side. So, as you said, it is premature. The matter is before people have to understand. There's a certain basic things that people must understand. Even in their own jurisdiction, the jurisdiction of Trinidad, when the police arrest you and carry you before the court, the fact that the police must have evidence. And either you believe that the man is going to have a fair trial in America. Do you believe in the integrity of the American judicial system? You may question that. But the fact remains is that the prosecution will have to produce the evidence. And I would want to believe that they have evidence. In fact, he was indicted. The first indictment was in 2020. So people have to become more accurate with the legal process and legal procedures and that kind of thing. I'm not trying to be, but that is my understanding. So this notion about where's the evidence and where's the evidence, you wait and see. Follow the trial. Thank you, Mr. Martis. Mr. Waller.
Okay. So we're going to play a video now, that we're going to get into some discussion about. So for those of you on our YouTube, you will see and hear the video. All other callers, you just listen in and we'll hear it.
Everybody is talking about Atlanta pastor Jamal Bryant and a dress that his wife wore to a fundraiser. So Jamal's wife is Dr. Carrie Turner Bryant, who is also a minister, and she's a woman of faith. Now, the Bryants, they went to a fundraiser for the United Negro College Fund, and the UNCF raised over $4 million for HBCUs. That is. But that's not what people were talking about. They were talking about the fact that Dr. Bryant wore a flesh-colored dress to the event. So people on the internet said, wait a minute, what kind of flesh are we fundraising for? So you had a lot of people that started questioning whether the dress was appropriate for a pastor's wife. But during the New Year's Eve service, the pastor, Jamal Bryant, he defended his wife. Take a look.
The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and ain't never been exposed to nothing, I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me.
All of that is what he was saying. Jamal Brown, where all that is in the Bible? Okay. I bought the dress. Is that in the Old Testament or the New Testament? She married to me. Is that in Proverbs or Galatians? Which, everything that you said, was that before or after Moses parted the Red Sea? Now, I have to say this. I am a big fan of Dr. Carrie Bryant. I follow her on social media. I think that she is a brilliant woman. She's accomplished, and she's stunning. And I want that dress. I want that dress. I need to know where to buy that dress. But here's the difference. I'm not a first lady, okay? When he bought her the dress and she put it on, they knew the stir that their dress was going to cause, being flesh-colored. But being a minister and a first lady, you're not new to this. And yes, we all know that the dress isn't actually see-through. It is an illusion. I just don't know where the illusion of nudity fits in with being a first lady. I mean, for me, I feel like there's certain things that you don't expect from certain people. Like, I expect to see Cardi B or Jennifer Lawrence, Lizzo, in something like this. Danielle Brooks just wore something like this to the Critics' Choice Awards last night. But I don't expect to see a first lady in the dress. And I will tell you this, it's because sometimes when I say there's some things you can do, because you can do it, but should you? Like, when I got my breast reduction, I was going everywhere broadless because I wanted the world to meet these new girls. I did. I was like, you know what, they done been through enough. Let them breathe. But what happened was people set me down and they said, Sherry, you are a daytime talk show host. You can't be going places with your nipples knocking on doors. And when I thought about it, it is. I have a
We see more, boy.
Yes.
We see more. I would like to hear what.
Some more, Dr. Sandyford, you have to call in, you know.
Yeah, I would like.
We don't know where. We don't want to.
I would like to hear where.
Assume your whereabouts.
I would like to hear Simoya biblical perspective of this.
but dress code, Mr. Matteson, Dr. Matteson, Senior Matteson, dress code in work, in the workplace, politicians, people who we hold in high esteem. Are you bound by dress codes? And for men, it might be different to women. You know, are we bound, our politicians bound? How do you feel about that? The manager had to dress a certain way, the supervisor, and if you don't dress that way, how do you see it?
Well, yes, this is my opinion. I mean, and not only my opinion, but it is the standard that we dress depending on the occasion, or we dress depending on the work we do. You wouldn't go to court in a short pants.
Yes.
You wouldn't go and stand up before a judge in a short pants. You usually go in a shirt and tie or a suit or whatever. And the same thing with, as I say, I would like to hear what Seymour's input on this is, because I'm looking at the dress.
Yes. They just look nice, eh?
Pastor wife is looking nice, but it's what you would see a young lady on the avenue with probably going my tipsy ibis or something.
Yes.
The thing is, a pastor wife in a dress, whether it's not see-through and it's skin color or whatever, it sends a particular message. And I know there would be persons who would defend her, but to me, it was kind of like out of character for the pastor wife to wear a dress like that, you know, in public.
So is it because she is a pastor wife, she can't look sexy?
Yeah, I mean, he's a man of God. He's a man
So the woman of God can't look sexy?
Well, I mean, I asked him that.
And you know, it is funny, but it's a serious thing, because we have a lot of that in the workplace, right?
Yeah.
Where
inappropriateness.
Yes, and sometimes it causes problems.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you know, there's no written. Well, those who have uniform are uniform, but even some uniforms just fit people differently. You know.
No, but in the most of the time would have policies in the workplace, and would talk about clothes that reflects your sexuality in a certain kind of way, and you know, how you wear your clothes and your uniform even. So that too, there are limitations, you know, and that too says a lot in the workplace. I mean, it is part of the rules and sometimes may form part of your terms and conditions. So yeah.
So do you think we should have dress code for office holders?
Well, that's an unwritten rule, you know? I mean, you don't have to have dress code for them. It's an unwritten rule.
It's an unwritten rule.
Right? How many people you see in Parliament in red? a red jersey or a yellow jersey or you know, that kind of thing. It's an unwritten rule.
Yeah.
Right? You just go to court, right?
Yes.
Regular,
yes,
right?
Yes.
How you just dress when you go to court?
Yeah. In a particular dark colors, dark suits.
It's an unwritten rule. So, you know, especially if it's an officer of the court or a person going before the court, before the judge on his, you know, that kind of thing.
But as you said that, right? Now, this is the dilemma. The particular video illustrated a lady who was a pastor's wife, but she was going to a dinner, you know.
Right.
It was not church function, eh?
So yeah,
did she dress appropriate for the occasion, or did she dress inappropriate as the person?
All right. So the thing is, when you just spoke about politicians, when you reach when you are at a certain level, you have to continually representing that level. So it means that you are, especially a woman, you have to dress appropriately. That is just my opinion.
Yeah.
And to me, looking at that, because it wasn't just skin color, but it was fitted to our skin. That's some people wear them thing and you think they're naked or something.
Yeah.
Right? So it's what it reflects, is what it projects.
Yeah.
Right? More than
or
bigger.
Sure it had to do with how sexy it is?
Well,
because if you're square, it may not look the same way.
It will probably still show off a figure in a certain way.
Yeah.
Right?
Because there are some people, no matter what they wear,
they'll look sexy.
Yeah. No way normal, they wear normal, nothing too loud.
And
but
that is one good reason why she should not have worn that particular dress. The color, what a skin color, what message a skin color, see-through skin color dress sends. It could be a skin, right?
Yes.
Right. So that doesn't send the right message for a pastor wife. That's just my opinion.
Given the occasion?
Given the occasion. Worse yet, given the occasion.
So you think...
Right? Worse yet, given the occasion.
You think it doesn't matter. And callers, we will get into this more after the break, right? We're just going to a break. We're just laying the foundation for the discussion.
We're going to pay some bills shortly.
We're going to pay some bills. So we're not ignoring you all. But as soon as we come back, we'll have a full hour of discussion. We don't have to lay the foundation again. But some of the view that the occasion is what matters. So, for instance, you've seen the videos, any videos of the Christmas party that at the Prime Minister, at the diplomatic center?
I was at one of them.
Right.
I didn't see.
Some people have an issue with that because they see a conga line. Why is the politicians carrying on so? Look how they're dancing.
No, that's a different thing.
No, but listen to me. If the rule is that the office trumps the occasion.
Right, but the occasion, I mean, people in a conga line or
nobody was at a party. I don't see what else they'll do in a party.
Exactly. I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah.
What I see the problem with it is this. I see a problem with that because if you are a pastor wife or even the wife, as the host said, I could see a movie star or a singer or something, a big artist or something just like that. I can't see a pastor wife just like that. But, nah.
You find
that would be kind of like
she has to be a little more moderate.
That would be kind of cognitive dissonance for me.
So if you were a pastor, your wife can't wear that.
Well, I wouldn't be a pastor, but
no. But if you were a pastor,
well, I would think so. I would think she can't wear that.
She can't wear that.
She shouldn't wear that.
She shouldn't wear that.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't buy it for her?
No, I wouldn't.
Because the pastor said he bought it for his wife.
Yeah. Well, you see, they have a different kind of standards because the kind of thing they preach about fornication and temptation and all that kind of thing in church, and for he to be saying that, I really surprised. I would like to hear what Simoya, if you're listening to us and you can't be here at Matters Estate, call us please now.
Simoya, we'll have to put out a summons for you because you are conveniently absent from the court.
Yeah, call us please. We'd like to hear what your biblical perspective of this particular issue.
So Moya go like that dress, I feel so Moya go like that dress.
I know Simoya. Simoya would wear that.
Moderation. So we're going to pay some bills, folks. Join us right after the break, and we'll get into this matter of dress code and appropriate dress code. Join us on the Third Empire.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Postman again. Hey. Ticket book already, hotel book already, rental reserve already, pocket full of money, up your inside the army, ready to party. Hey, this is Carnival rising. Carnival time is so special to me. Plenty fetting, good vibes and high energy. I love the sexy freedom. The women display, it's the vacation experience with fetting every day. Ocean view, balancing with my crew, pumping like a superstar with no work to do. No problem, I study it, no negativity. Jumping with me, this one for Miami, me and my soca army. This one for the hot gal them. Independence and love the carnival vibes, yeah. I don't want no bad vibes, all I want is good vibes. It's plenty drinking when I line it. Please don't bother me when you see me whining, and if you see me drifting, just leave me alone. I just come to party, wind up on somebody, jump up in the Juve, play my super pussy, get on my behind a truck and chip until I can walk. This is how I do it, carnival vibes, yeah. This one for Miami, me and my soca army. This one for the hot gal them who independent and love the carnival vibes, yeah. This is how I get on, this is how I have fun, this is how I wind on in carnival hot sun. I don't care who watching, I don't care who talking, I just spend the money, so I go party hardy. Leave me, let me get on, leave me, let me have fun, leave me, let me party. I just spend my money. Leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me. This is carnival, back
one for Miami, me and my soca army. This one for the hot gal them who independent and love the carnival vibes. Yeah.
Rhythms of Truth, a Kaiso story. The grand opening of the world's #1 Calypso tent, Kaiso Showcase 2026. Friday, 23rd January, 8 p.m., Naparima Bowl, San Fernando. Be prepared for a night of Calypso in all its forms. Social, political commentary, humor, pan, chutney, and suggestive sounds. Featuring performances by Queen Victoria, Lady Adana, Pharaoh, Mr. Shaq, Daddy Chinese, Eunice Peters, Calissa Charles Mapp, Alicia Richards, Il Drago, Mr. Mac, Nicholas Lucas, Rivaldo London, Lady Torlish, Carice Pascal, D. Juba, Roxy Singh, Queen Voice, Brother Ramkey, Cassie, Miss Ross, Empress, Medic, Greg, Mr. Lee, Fire Rain. Guest performances by Dev, Durango, Prio, and Raw Tour. Your MC, Damian Melville. Music by Razor Sharp, Chorus, Kaiso Flames. Tickets, advance $200. At the door, $250. Available at Roast and Toast, Superior Street, San Fernando. Athletes by the Park, Togo South Central Office, Mezzanine Floor, Skinner Park, San Fernando. And from executive members. For more information, call 653-5732. Don't miss Rhythms of Truth, a Kaiso story. See you there.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pelori fry, bake, roti, and double stew, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, foodies, families, and carnival lovers, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion this carnival season. Flavor Village officially opens this Thursday night, January 8th at 6 p.m., right at the iconic Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain. The opening night kicks off with a full carnival welcome like no other. Experience traditional carnival characters up close, including towering Moco Jumbies, fancy Indians, fancy sailors, Dame Lorraine, and minstrels. Pure Trini culture in motion. Then, hit the main stage for sizzling live performances by your favorite artists. Poser, Squeezy Rankin, Aaron Duncan, Boom Boom Room, Jay Dell, Ding Dong, Freetown Collective, Iwer George, KMC, and Swappy. This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village bursting with food, culture, and celebration. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other.
It's a bigger prize and the money nice in the play way breakaway. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play way breakaway.
It's bacchanal in the play way breakaway. Win up to 30-1 on the base, 130-1 with the Juve ball, 135-1 with the steel pan ball, and 150-1 with the soccer ball. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to break away with bigger playway prizes this carnival.
It's a bigger prize and the money nice in the play way breakaway. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play way breakaway.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
What are you doing?
Carnival at KFC is so special to all our we. Like we need blood and we vein. We need KFC again and again. Time to crunch, time to crunch, time to crunch down now. Start to crunch with your crew, look the touchdown now. KFC, time to wave and just bite down now because it's Crunchnival.
What are you doing?
Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it.
KFC, Carnival, when you bite it.
Flavor, thicker, like rocket. It's a Crunchnival with the baddest booking. Bada ding, bada boom. Make best, make room.
The steam finger licking, it's a Crunchnival. The KFC chicken joy carnival and every crunch with KFC. When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunchnival at KFC.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, wit, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaisorama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion. Pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaisorama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So we're back. We are back. And we are back, and we've put on our YouTube. If you could watch our YouTube page, and that will encourage you to indulge, and we really want you to, so that you can see what we're talking about. If you click on the YouTube link, you'll be seeing the pastor
and his wife.
In
a see-through dress.
Nipples, everything outside. And his wife.
I seen something like a nipples, everything outside. Eh?
You seen that?
Well, looking so. But the pastor said that's okay. He and his wife, he dressed very appropriate in a nice suit. She dressed like she going to the Emmy.
No, his wife is Dr. Carrie Turner Bryant. Okay? She is an entrepreneur, a scholar, and author who serves as the First Lady of the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Georgia. She has a master's degree in divinity and a doctorate of ministry in divinity as well. She's a motivational speaker. She's an author. I'm corrected by the ladies, Dr. Matterson. It's nude. Is the name of the color. Nude.
Right.
That's the appropriate thing. So, we will take down the picture just now, but we just want to give some context to our discussion. We want to give some context to our discussion, and so that you see that this is the dress that is causing all the controversy. Now, let's get it straight. This is not a church function. They were going to actually host a fundraising dinner by the UNIA, I think. United Negro, I can't remember the rest of the acronyms, but they were doing a fundraising dinner, and I am told that that dinner raised about $5 million. So it was a successful event, and he was being accompanied by his wife. So this is not at all a church section let us put the discussion in context. But the dress has raised controversy, you know, and people have their opinions, and I like to give opinions without getting personal. You know, we don't really have to get personal at all. But we have one caller straight up. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I wonder if the pastor are familiar with this portion of scripture, boy. There is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof is destruction. But in the world and in most societies today, we could clearly see that power and position continues to corrupt the human being. Right?
I like the scholar contribution. I like the scholar contribution.
As I continue to ask one of these questions repeatedly, who is doing the thinking? Who is doing the thinking? It appears that I don't know. I really don't know. We really lost as a human race, you know. We are extremely lost as the human race. And one of the greatest challenges we continue to face are the persons who refuse to think and just give their support to people without them deserving it, without them earning it. So we continue to boost up people in their positions of power even while they're doing the wrong things. Are we not seeing what will be the result in the end? It's like we have no foresight. But I want to just segue a little bit quickly before I come off as it relates to what Mr. West was saying. Now, I understand all the things about people being arrested and then you're going and search for evidence after and these kind of things. All of that is provided for in law. However, when we consider all the factors of what is going on with the actions of Mr. Trump and America, right, we have seen where no attempt was made to apprehend persons and bring them to justice, right, and you just kill people on the sea. We still haven't seen any shred of evidence produced. It's just talk, and talk is not enough to take that type of action. Well, I speaking from a moral standpoint, right? Some people believe that, okay, them is the bullies, so you just leave them and allow them to do anything, right? You give them support because of fear of sanctions or fear of whatever, and you don't take the position of, you can't stop it physically, talk about it. You can't talk about it openly, hate it in your heart. That is the type of characteristic that we need from people who want to lead. Unfortunately, that is not what we have. That is not what we have. Because people have no problem lying. They have no problem saying all kind of craziness. They have no problem being on this side today and then jumping on the next side with a total 180-degree turn tomorrow. Again, who is doing the thinking? I looked on and listening.
Thank you, callers. And callers, we want to move forward with the topic because we have a lot of time to spend on geopolitics. That'll be with us for a while. So I just allowed that caller to take us back. But we want to go forward with this idea of the dress. And what do you deem it to be appropriate or inappropriate? Or you feel the pastor has the authority to govern? You know, he bought it for his wife and it's up to them, and you don't see it in that light.
Nobody caller said something.
Bought it for his wife and it's up to them. Don't see it.
Go ahead, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Marcuson. Good afternoon, Ronaldo. That's a pastor, eh? The man of our cloth?
Yeah.
And then you wife with that see-through dress there?
No, it's not see-through. It's have a nude line in it, skin color line in it. Fully clad.
Well, you could see through that. I seen the dress, but she look, what that church keep? What that church is?
No, it's not a church. They're going to a dinner. They're going to a fundraising dinner. It's not a church function, yeah.
But he's the pastor for Baptist Church in Georgia.
All right. But that you flux of us coming to church and thing, or?
No, but do you think it is inappropriate because she's a pastor's wife? And he said he bought the dress, if you was listening, right? He said he bought the dress for his wife. They're going to a dinner. What do you think?
No, but he will say something like, rend thy heart and not your garments.
All right, but I don't think he's a man of God who provides the appropriate dress because you have followers and things because people in coming in church with them kind of dressing.
No.
So that's a type of example on that.
Okay.
As a man of God.
Okay.
So we live in a madman world. Black.
Okay. I see Dr. Samoy is on the line. Dr. Samoy, is that you?
Yes, good afternoon. Hold on,
Steve. Yeah.
You're hearing me?
Yes, Senior Matheson recalls seeing you in a dress similar to that at some point in time.
Senior Matheson is always looking for trouble with me, yeah? Well, I understand that you all wanted to get my thoughts on this.
Yeah, we want to hear what you have to say about this because something about this I miss. The pastor say he had no problem with it.
Well, it's a couple of things because Pastor Jamal Bryant is a controversial pastor in the States, right? He has some views on things that people are not comfortable with. So his views are not traditional Christian people's views. For example, he spoke about reaching out to people who produce marijuana and having some type of partnership between the church and that kind of marijuana activity. That had a lot of issues for the Christian church. We do not believe in that.
But
so
the Bible,
that's to tell you that
the Bible you just read it. Says render your heart and not your garment.
Well, that's not the verse. It says rend your heart and not your garment.
Right.
To tear apart your heart.
So then why having a problem with what the woman wear?
So that's a good point there that you raise because I would say this. First of all, the woman is best. Some people are arguing because she looking good, and of course some people would have a problem with that. That is, how women behave. My issue here, well, not mine. The other issues are the fact that it gives the illusion of nudity.
Exactly.
Right? So that is a point to note. Now, you could say how many arguments you want. At the end of the day, if any other member would have worn a dress like that, those very same pastors would have issues with it. And that is where I am concerned with double standards. Just because she's a pastor's wife, it doesn't mean that she shouldn't be held to the same standard that the same pastors hold other people to.
But
number two, it's a different occasion. It's not a church event. But I think that there are other tasteful pieces that could have been worn, especially because she carries the title of a pastor's wife.
But Dr. Sandyford, let's declare the issue here because I want to get back at Senior Matheson and the other men. Let's forget the pastor part. That is a man and his wife. Do you believe that between a man and his wife, what he feels comfortable for her to wear is the final the factor? It is not the crowd, it is not the external party, it's not the man, the person by the door, it's the person by the gate. Between a man and his wife,
it's not God, it's not the message it's sending, it's nothing.
A man, once a man is comfortable with how his wife is dressed, that's the end of the story. What do you think?
Well, on another argument, I would also say, yes, he is within his rights to defend his wife because, as he said, he bought the dress, he's comfortable with it. Now, It's just a lot of issues that's taking place. The main thing is because of the title that he holds, the title that she holds as well. People feel as though because of your title, you should know that something like that wouldn't go off very well. But really and truly, if the man is saying that he's comfortable with it, you cannot argue certain points because he already shut that down. It's not a situation where he feels she's exposing herself.
What about the moral and ethics and everything that the message it sends?
Right. So the morality part of it is that would lean more on the title of the pastoral duties. That is for me where the morality comes in. Where a man and wife is concerned, if the man is comfortable with what his wife is wearing, then there is no issues there. You really cannot fight that. But the main issue rests upon the title that they both carry, because she's also a senior pastor at the church. You know, you should carry yourself in a certain way.
And I didn't want
going so far to say.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. I'm just going so far to say again, if it were any other member of church, they would have been rebuked by the senior pastors because it's not a good look.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that the pastors should hold themselves in the very same standard that they hold their members and elders to.
Yeah, and I didn't want us to segue, not us here, but even the callers into segue into the part of his title and his role, because I didn't really want a lot of condemnation and comment on that. I was looking at it on in the widest scale in terms of a man and his wife, because we see women in society dress in a particular way, and you say, your husband know you dress like that? Your husband know you outside looking like that? Good, but if you consider the person in the relationship is comfortable, or even the purchaser, even if the person in the relationship is the purchaser of the item, however the woman's look is dressed in parties or in a lime or whatever, whose moral codes apply? Is it you looking at the lady or the man and his wife? You out with a girlfriend, you buy a nice dress for your girlfriend, it look away. The guy's watching you and say,
But who judge morals? How morals are judged?
But that's what I'm asking.
Who judges that? You or the society?
But do you live?
No, I'm just asking. No, asking the question. You remember them just preach a certain thing about when I say went into one of them kind of church. Every second word is fornication, is moral.
And that is what I agree with Stephen for that. I would agree. Which is why
telling me all of that, and your wife just like that, looking naked?
Right. So I'm saying the argument is maybe easy if we're looking at titles, and I'm moved away from titles, right? Let's move away from the title. I'm talking about a man and his wife in society. You go out with a girlfriend, and your girlfriend have on a nice dress to you. You buy it. The fellas find she looking slack. How you let she leave home in that?
Well, that's if I go to, I'm not a pastor.
No,
she's not that woman with me a pastor.
No, but what I'm saying, the same condemnation is leveled, because in the mind of the crowd, in the mind of the crowd, you are encouraging something immoral.
Yes, but it is. But they are held to a higher standard. Understand it?
So
it's like a teacher.
So your standard is lower then.
I'm not saying that, but remember they are the ones who rebuke you when you do certain things in the church.
Right.
You come with what kind of life you live and all that kind of thing. I've been to church. I
feel like you have one or two rebuke.
No. What I'm saying now, I come from a Christian family. I grew up in church. I know. Right? And what I'm saying is, my stepfather, who was a pastor, he had never let my mother dress like that. You understand?
Yeah.
The thing is, that, in my opinion, doesn't send the right kind of message.
Yeah.
For your flock or for in society.
Yeah, I get you. I understand your comment, and I really want to, because for this to be palatable, I have to take it away from America, because you know where America stands on a lot of these things. So I want to bring it home, and that's why I'm telling you, if we strip the title from the gentleman, and we're talking about men in general, a man and his wife, who has the say? Is it the society? Is it the crew? Is it the people in the dinner? You're going to work dinner.
Again,
you going to work dinner with your wife.
Understand the question you ask, you open it.
Right. So I've shifted.
Mm.
So I'm asking you, you going to the work dinner with your girlfriend. You are the chairman or the CEO.
Right. So that you see, you know, contextualizing.
All right. So I bring it home.
It depends on who you are.
Okay. So then you say again, it depends on your title.
Yes, it depends on who you are in society. I mean, a man on the block will go to a woman looking like that. I mean, but a man, well, I will go to some event with a woman looking like that. I mean, that is a pip for me. But I'm not a pastor.
So is it that it applies to pastors alone?
No, it applies. It depends on where you sit in society, how much people either look up to you, or how many people look to
so
you for guidance of moral and not.
You just know people then. Your wife, by the way,
Simon, help me here. Help me here, Simon.
No. Guys, I am understanding Stephen's perspective. I mean, one of the few times that I'm going to agree with Stephen, I really would say for some men, they're feeling like a boss because I have something that you don't have. She body best, she looking good. I am the one that have her looking so, and that's like a trophy thing for them. I feel as though that probably was a trophy moment for Dr. Bryant. For me, that's how I
he
feel.
Don't need no trophy moment. He don't need no trophy moment. I mean, you had to leave something for the imagination, girl, as a Christian.
That's right. So we are agreeing, Stephen. We are agreeing here. He had that type of moment, but it was not appropriate because at the end of the day,
I want the discussion about office and office holders is more. You there, Dr. Sandiford?
I'm here.
The discussion started with office and office holders, Senior Matterson, not the pastor. I throw in the pastor. But the pastor's example seems to be easy because people using the Bible. So let me take away the Bible. There's not pastor. I'm talking about you as a manager, you as a CEO. You might just be the supervisor. And you are out with your wife or your girlfriend. And the others think that your girlfriend is dressed inappropriate. I'm asking you, who has the say? Is it the moral authority of the workers in the dinner, the people who you go to the function with, or you and your wife? Because you bought that dress for her, you and she went out.
It depends. It depends on my position. It depends on what I deliver to my followers, how I speak to them, what I motivate them, and what I tell them as right or wrong, what I admonishes them on. It depends on all of that.
So could a prime minister's wife wear that? You would say no, because it's a prime minister. That's my point. Then let me bring it home. Forget the pastor. We'll show the Bible and that easy. Let me take out the Bible. A CEO. We just had Christmas dinner. Gone there. Mr. Matterson show up with that. How Mr. Matterson immoral. So you see what Mr. Matterson's wife have on. But Mr. Matterson, you and your wife went and buy that dress by Eclipse.
People would look on, especially if you expect certain dress codes and standards for your staff. Because it's easy for them to say, but how you could tell me about what my dress, but look what your wife was wearing. Looking, and I'm going to use the phrase that the other pastors refer to that lady as they call her $2 whore. Right? So people are going to say things. So it's really best, regardless, in terms of position, that you cover yourself with those things.
Because
you know that there's a particular standard, you need to appreciate that and have respect for that. So as a man, if you feel that your wife must wear that, you'll keep that for private. I don't know. I think depending on the position you hold, regardless of pastoral or whatever, you need to present yourself a certain way in public because the court of public opinion will always drag you.
Because I asked Samoya, and this is what I will put to the pavilion, you all out there. Is it the position, or is it the place, or is it a combination of both? Is it the position you hold, Or is it the
I wouldn't
place?
say
Because
the place because they went to a dinner.
yes,
They went to a HBCU dinner. It was not the issue was not that. She looked very well. If it was anybody else, I'm saying to you, if it was anybody else, they would not have made that an issue.
This is what I'm
His
saying.
position
This is what
and
saying.
her position is what caused the issue here.
Exactly.
The illusion of nudity. The
illusion of
event
nudity.
was not the issue.
Event
Right.
wasn't the issue.
so we're coming up to carnival.
Yes.
Right.
What happens? what happens? Well, I'm just
a pastor wife wouldn't be.
no, we're not talking about a pastor. We're talking about you.
No.
We're talking about you. We're not talking about the pastor no
that's a
more.
different thing. We culture. Everybody, the prime minister and all will be in bareback and a short pants.
All right.
All right, but I'm glad you said that, Stephen, because Dr. Rowley was whining on one person, and they called this man all sorts of names.
Remember that.
Because
if you see, and I wouldn't use the Prime Minister now, if you see a female member of government in a full two-piece with a thong, people will have something to say about it. Some people will say, well, because she's carnival, give her a break.
And Samoya, this is where I'm going to turn the argument back to Mr. Matteson, because your argument here is culture. And I put in it to you that what you see there is vastly American culture. You see what you saw there?
So why is there so much condemnation in America?
It is vastly. If you've
why
gone,
is there so much condemnation in America against in a church?
Because not everybody, you will always get a mixed bag. You got that from a talk show host. Yeah. You understand? But that culture is very different from us, even on a very sanctimonious Sunday. On a sanctimonious Sunday. Let's forget his skin color. It will still be different. And if you go to England, it will also be different. So, where do we draw the lines? Where do we draw the lines? Because, as you say, sometimes it's the place. Carnival is carnival. You don't expect them to be in a good?
Yeah.
And it's not judged in the same lens. It's not judged in the same lens. But at the end of the day, what role or what I find a lot of the discussions we've had this evening before we go to the pavilion is external. What is the role of the man or the boyfriend or the husband or whatever in this whole thing? What is the role of that person? Stephen, you went and chose that dress for she. Nobody like it. They want to know how you could spend your money, so how it look. Nah, boy, he do that. What is the role of the person in the relationship? Do they have to ask permission? Do they have to ask everybody else how this look, boy?
You know the answer to that. Both of you like it. That is what is important. But that wasn't the ethos of the discussion. Is the personality.
Yes, but you remember, you listen to his response.
And he is saying, both of us like it. I buy it for her. She like it. She wear it. I better. Right? But that wasn't the argument for that. Because we talking about position there.
Yeah, in that case, you will zero in on position. Okay, I hear you.
That wasn't the argument for that there.
I hear you.
That's the argument for the question you're asking me.
Right.
Right? I buy a bikini for my girlfriend and we go on the beach or whatever. And
no, you're not in the beach. You're going on a little party.
Or we go on a party. Well, you know the party in bikini.
Exactly. That's why I use that.
Right?
So, Dr. Sandy Further taking a caller here.
Yes.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Matteson, you said something about being held to a higher standard. And not even quite up to the higher standard. The problem with plenty people who have power and positions today, they do not want to be held to any standard. Right? Because they have no problem going on whatever platform, talking down to people, condemning people, trying to guide people. But the moment you want to place them on that same scale that they want to place others on, they have a problem with that. And it's not just this pastor alone, it's all over where you could find people in positions of power.
Thank you, caller. So you call us on 342-0081-466-5391. Is it the position, or is it the place, or combination of the both? Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Yeah, okay. Well, good afternoon again. I hear seeing all that voice there just now.
Yes.
Yeah, right, okay. That situation all you're talking about there, It all comes down to who minding who business and who are minding who business, and on the end, it also will put them in a position that how a religious person, if you consider yourself religious, when you go to church, the things you're going to be talking is how you should dress and how you should please God and how you should do this and how you should do that. So a person like you, if you is to carry on like that, because the only part I hear, I like it like that, I buy that for you. Okay, well, you could love anything, buy it, but it is your privilege to love them. But if you have to deal with a congregation, prestige have a lot to do with congregation and stuff, because you have a world who like the Jesus and like the God. So if you go in that and them have to come to your church, you're going to get hung. So, I mean, you have your own rights to like the dress. If it, I don't know, I see it, so I know the potential of its nudity. If it's so nudish, or if it's just a dress that have a pattern of it is showing your makeup, it is showing you, according to the tips there, it is showing the hair in the front, it is showing that. If it is showing that, means you know big problem in it, since I didn't see it. It's just a cloth or material, a color. So a person it could have a slight looking shape of underneath it, the outside see-through. I don't see a problem with it. I think people, where religion is concerned, religion tie up we head so much, and the same people who talk in religion in most cases be immoral. So a lot of people sometimes when you just following an immoral thing, look at all the wars that are going on. That religion, that spiritualism. We're following up all of that, and then we're talking about good tomorrow. Who good out here, then? So you know the whole setup, a lot of people who not minding their own business quicker to mind other people's business and making chaos in the world because they're minding other people's business and causing chaos. And they're not so plenty of them even minding their own. Oh, what a thing we're going through here. And the whole thing is demanding the right to buy ways built to buy. And in natural self, but if there is a pastor, you should think twice. I believe it.
He raised he sent this argument down a different road in my thinking, because you know you have a lot of people in church who telling you one thing and they're doing something totally different, especially pastors and that kind of thing.
Good afternoon, caller.
A blessed good afternoon to you all.
Yes, good afternoon.
I'm not looking at it on the media. Could you describe the outfit for me, please?
It's very tight. It hugs the woman very tight, and it looks like her. And it looks like her skin. It's skin tone.
Okay,
see-through.
Okay. Well, I believe.
Now the woman have her best body, eh? She have a nice body.
Who is the husband should have known better. As his position he's not an ordinary person who will talk to a congregation constantly. He should have think differently. But if he choose that, probably he wants get some kind of attention when you, because it's obvious for a pastor. It doesn't matter where he go. He go out with the wife. If she went out on her own, was a difference. But since both of them went out together, it's not where they went. They went out together. Probably he wants some sort of attraction onto her, and somebody will talk, then he will have something to see. Thank you very much.
For all you know, he getting that attraction, he even know.
Thank you, caller. So the number to call 342-008-14665-391. I would reserve comment and just listen to you, members of the pavilion. We have another caller here. Good afternoon, caller.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Ronaldo. Good afternoon, Mr. Matheson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Miami.
So,
how are you going?
Yeah, good, guys. How are you guys going?
Good.
So, You know, if Eve didn't eat the apple, we wouldn't be having this conversation now.
What was the apple, boy?
You don't start that in my age.
What was the apple, boy?
Sir, my mother is listening. Don't start that, please.
You mean if Adam didn't eat the apple or Eve?
But you know, I like how the conversation going on. I like the contribution from the callers and everyone. But let me put it in perspective, right? Why? Because he's a pastor and his wife. We have to look at the only and negative thing that these couple did. This couple raised millions of dollars in years. This couple helped so many kids, so many people. And as soon as the lady put on one dress, probably she does the feeling to look a little bit different.
Kola, but listen.
As we said.
Pali, listen, here was my point. You could raise $1 trillion. That doesn't give you the right. So because Trump have a big military, probably the best military in the world, he should have the right to put his foot on anybody? That's what you're saying? And it's the same thing. You saying because he raised millions of dollars and helped so many people, he could probably do something that is seen by his congregation as immoral? I'm just saying,
I ain't
just asking.
saying that, you know. I ain't saying that, you know. I'm saying as soon as you do one thing negative, is you had to make a big hooray about it. All right. Probably, they say everything evolves, right? The only thing constant in his life is change. Now, being going to church is not like back in the 1980s and the 70s. Church changed. I can remember a pastor named Jimmy Swaggart. Used to make my mom and them cry when he was on the TV. I would have catch him with.
You mean Jimmy?
They say, yeah, that the man.
Jimmy Swaggart? The man who say he never touched the pampalam?
He tell you that? Hey, you go ahead, Kola.
He said just watch it.
Don't study cinema, he study the calypso. He's studying.
But I understand everybody will have a different view on it. But at the end of the day, I agree with Mr. Ronaldo is the husband choice. If he comfortable with it. Why the society had a judge? God said leave all judgment unto him. Why should I judge? I wouldn't let my wife come out with something like that if I go on a function.
Why would my wife come out with something like that?
Because I don't want them to see all them curves and edges.
You don't want them to see what you have, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think the pastor wanted that tempt an ex-man?
No, but everybody different, you know, different individual. You see, what I wouldn't like for my wife to wear, Ronaldo might like for his wife to wear. You might like for your wife to wear. But you see, we as a society, we quick to judge when you see a negative, and we just put aside. That woman is a very educated woman, you know. But the conversation is just about the dress all in America. It's dress. But everybody had an opinion. So Eve, you should have never eat the apple. All know so we will not.
Don't start a bacchanal with that apple.
Don't start a bacchanal here.
I had to go home. I want to get in the house. Good afternoon. Callers, you can call us on 3420081 4665391 and share your view. You know, we're looking at church, but some of us, where I want to bring the argument down and reduce it, have the same issue at work, you know. We have the same issues at work. Some people dress nice.
No, work you have clear guidance.
Not
in
all
most places
work,
you have clear guidance. Work and you see, one of the female caller that called a little while ago, she said that it could be that the pastor looking for a certain kind of attention. Right? And some people strive in controversy and that kind of thing. And the same with the workplace. If a woman will dress a certain kind of way in the workplace to get a certain kind of attention. And this is not me saying that. Women say that. Right?
But is that factual? Because I've heard that opinion too. And some women say, this is me.
Well,
this is me expressing
that's some
myself.
women, whatever the way they will look a certain kind of way. That's some women like that, right? But, you know, I believe in, I mean, well, I don't even want to say why I believe in the workplace. I believe the workplace because you have different people in the workplace, you should dress in a particular kind of way that would not send the wrong message, right? And therefore, this is why you have policies in the workplace. Policies which will guide you on how to dress and how you shouldn't dress. And if you breach that policy, then somebody will talk to you. And somebody will tell you, well, maybe you should not wear it so tight, or you shouldn't, if you put on some weight, maybe you should get a new suit of clothes or whatever. But you have the extremes, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is coming. And this situation that we're talking about might be one of those extremes.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's extremes because of what and where and who.
Yeah,
It's extreme, but in the workplace, sometimes it's very blurred.
Well, yeah.
It is not as easy as black and white because, again, the hypocrisy, it depends on who. Because let me ask you this. If it's a manager dress, so who's sending the manager home? Who calling the manager to account?
Right. So how you feel about a teacher? You are a school teacher too. How you feel about a teacher coming to school in a tight skirt, a tight short skirt?
That for
what message would it send? And it's sitting on a chair.
So let me even
with that open desk.
Before we even get to the message, that might be quite clumsy. For very practical reasons, because of the things you have to be engaged in.
That's what we say.
So that will be impractical.
That's what we're saying. So
no,
so
understand.
about...
No, listen, but understand the lens I've used. I've used it being impractical. I didn't go the right, and I didn't use the moral analysis.
Okay, so it had no moral in that.
So for instance, let me give you an next example, where it might be practical, but it will have to have certain boundaries. People who teach PE.
Okay.
You don't teach PE in a skirt and a long dress.
No, okay, we understand.
You have on your track pants.
Yeah, we understand.
But do you have to have on the tightest track pants? No. Well, the answer is no.
Especially if you're fat.
Yeah, especially if your body shape and your body type. But the conclusions that we draw from these things, for me, are more important. Because the situation is very volatile. It changes depending on who and when and what is going on in the workplace.
This is why
we have a Friday culture.
This is why you, as an individual, depending on where you sit, where you stand, where you are in society, you have to be conscious. And this is I'm almost hearing Seymour saying this. You have to be conscious as to your space, where you are, what you do, how you do it, when you do it.
But let me ask you where the final decision lands. Whose decision is it?
Well, the final decision is you and yours.
Okay. And we will not.
But the final decision is you and yours in certain places.
Yeah.
In the workplaces are different. The final decision is your policy.
Yeah.
And your management. Right?
Doctor.
Yes, Jen. And you're asking about the final decision. Who the final decision? Yes?
Go ahead.
Right. So for me, I would say, I wouldn't say the final decision is with the husband. I think the wife should know as well. If this looks like it could attract some attention, you could say, you know what, love, I like the dress. I feel that may not be for this occasion. I will wear something else. You could say that you're an adult. You could communicate. Because again, we're looking at the values from the Christian perspective. We know what the illusion of it looks like.
No, we're not talking about Christian or church anymore, Doctor. We're into the workspace. That's why we put it that way.
Oh, okay, so regardless of the perspective or the space, I think the wife also should have an opinion to say, if this is going to attract unnecessary conversation, maybe I shouldn't wear it.
So as an HR professional, professional, Doctor, how do you treat with it? Because even those policies, now remember, and I will caution my senior, that your policies do not trump one's constitutional rights. Okay?
Yes.
Because if you look in the
Yes.
same Ministry of Education, all matters concerning dress code they have lost. Lost with students, with everything, because one trumps the other. That doesn't say you mustn't have order. But how do you navigate that corridor as an HR professional? Do you call in the person? Do you take it from an objective point of view? Do you take it from complaints? Because sometimes you didn't see it, you know. Somebody pinch you. And sometimes, to be fair, Dr. Samoya, sometimes it's jealousy. It's pure.
That's right.
It have nothing substantial about the complaint. Anything that girl wear, anything that particular worker wear, it will be a problem. And they're putting it to HR now and making it an HR issue. This time you kind of like the dress.
No, and that happens. I have faced a lot of things like that. Women are very envious of one another.
That's why I have uniform.
Yes.
That's why I have uniform and I have uniform codes and all that.
And your little policies to govern it.
Policies to govern it.
Does it apply to males too?
Yes, people make issues out of very small things, again, because of jealousy.
What could a man wear in the workplace that could get him in trouble?
Well, I hear ladies complaining about the pants too tight, the crotch bulging.
Come on.
Yeah.
No,
see why you was complaining about that? The place might not be cold.
I have had to say that already. I've said that.
The place might be cold. Your crotch bulging.
Yeah.
The place cold.
It's uncomfortable.
But how your crotch bulging?
So all your pants like that?
But if the place cold and you have more blood than everybody
Where
else.
you sewing your pants? You all your pants just
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Samoya, he feeling smart, you know.
He can say what he wants. I have to caution Marcus all the time. But yes, we have had to speak to gents about the closeness of their pants.
Yeah.
And after we have that conversation, we say, listen, we're sending out that memo. Let us be reminded of the dress code. Even for events, and we say, okay, we have a dinner or whatever it is, we want to remind persons that while we're in the festive period, we want to encourage people to dress appropriately.
Because people will take liberty with you.
People listen to me, because some ladies' slits are so high, you can see what God gave them.
Yeah.
And we don't want that kind of environment. You could wear your dress, you could look really gorgeous and elegant, but you see that high slit, save that for a breakfast party. That's not for here.
A breakfast party.
Thank you, Doctor. We've taken our next call.
A breakfast party, and you know what? Something like that.
All right,
you cannot wear those kind of things. You understand?
Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, gentlemen.
Yes, good afternoon.
Happy New Year to you all.
Yes, sir.
Now, you all ever been to Martinique?
Martinique? I've never been.
Yeah.
Yes, oui.
I heard that there are some very nice ladies there.
Of course. But Trinidad have some of the nicest women in the world. South Africa have some ladies just like the Trini ladies. And if the ladies in South Africa had the kind of freedom and liberty that the Trini women had, they would surpass the Trini women. Okay. You go to Toiselet or places in Martinique, and the ladies be topless. Everybody neighbor, seeing everybody wife, and they bathing on the beach. When I visited, I was drunk with breath. I went to sleep, and I wake up sober, and by 10 o'clock in the morning, I drunk with breath again. What I'm saying to you is, we live in like a backward society. We making these things an issue when people who breed and dress and drive and have all these family values, just like us, is no big thing.
Right.
We need to wake up.
Right.
And here's another thing. You had a fella, he talk real nice, President of the United States. He told you that a boy could be a girl and a girl could be a boy and wanted to implement those policies. But we don't have no problem with that. He's a wonderful person. He wants to change the whole script. He's a wonderful person. But what we want to do now is we want to sweat the small stuff. If the ladies feel they want to wear what they want to wear, oh gosh, let's lighten up. There's a saying, you cannot describe obnoxious or profane behavior, but you will know it when you see it. And the 41 of them behaving real obnoxious. But we don't have no problem with that. So what is we sweating this small stuff for? And I just want to close by saying, men and women are very different. They require different protocols to do the same thing. A man stand up and say so, and he pee. And a woman stoop down and say so, and she pee. We want to do the same thing, but we require to have different protocols. But one thing I know that we all want to do is to love each other and reduce stressing out each other about how different we are. So we just relax and just have love amongst each other. That's all.
Thank you, Cole.
Thank you, Cole.
Well, we are coming down to the
close.
last, how I should say, 90 minutes.
So you close off. You close us off, Senior.
And what I would like to remind the listeners of this program is that this program was coined on a cricket analogy, and this is the third umpires, and we ask you to listen to our decisions, how we judge the game. But the game really was the politicians.
Correct.
Right? The PNM and the UNC, I'll say it bluntly.
batting
The batting side and the bowling side. How the batting, how the bowling. And so tomorrow, what I would like to do is to kind of go back to that.
Yes, the bowling side has done some things.
How the bowling
batting side.
and how the batting side, how they are batting, especially with the issues in Tobago, the ferry,
the fines of the coconut vendor.
Fines of the coconut vendor.
Yes.
You know, creating fines to raise funds. All those things you'd want to discuss, because we are very good at judging both teams as umpires.
So the batting side is up for questioning tomorrow.
Yes.
Because they're in the wicket now, and we're seeing some things that people are uncomfortable with.
Yes.
So join us tomorrow on the third umpire, and let's talk.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. For the program, God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus. This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes. Let's bring church home to you. Join us every Tuesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. with your hosts, Kempes and Kevin. Be inspired, be blessed right here on the street 91.9 FM.